Okay, so welcome to the channel. So I have a few interesting things I want to tell you guys. So if you haven't seen the last video, all my audio files were lost. Every audio file is gone, and yeah, I'm having to re-record all this. But the video clips were saved. Now I'm not going to spend the time to go through every video clip. I'm just going to use them in order for each video, so they might line up with what I'm talking about. They might not. Anyways, Vigor, man, okay, so let's just get some basics out of the way. Vigor, this is my basic thoughts on Vigor. I'll have some more in-depth videos on certain topics later, but this is the basic thoughts. It's going to be about a 15-minute video, so almost all of these will, some will be shorter. So my basic thoughts on this game is, there's a few things. The number one thing that holds this game back is the aiming system, right? Now, the aiming is, you know, I like realism in a game. I love realism, don't get me wrong, okay? But the one thing that I don't want real in a game is the aiming, at least not when it's over-exaggerated, right? Now, I get it. Some LMGs are going to have massive recoil, especially if they're shooting at such a rapid rate. I get it. But, like, some guns just have way more recoil than they ever would. It's like a novice shoots them, and the aiming system in general is bad in this game. Okay, now the recoil wouldn't be bad if the aiming system was not so bad. Okay, the aiming system is so bad in this game that it causes more people to cheat than I think normally would. Okay, they think that making the aiming so hard makes it a more balanced game, but it doesn't. Okay, making the aiming so bad makes a lot more people cheat. So not only is it now bad, it's even harder for people that are not cheating, okay? So people using, I'm not going to say the name of the device, but there's a device that makes it where you never miss, or you can program it to look legit. I don't use that. I never will use that. That's why my stats are so low, so I promise to never use that, okay? The only time I ever cheat in a video game, I actually have a modded PS3 just for, I actually have two. One just for GTA 4, for online and single player. Now, I don't actually abuse, I don't like troll other players. I build little fun ramps around the map so we can have fun play, do fun things, and every once in a while there's a bad apple who, even though I have protections, he'll find a way to boot me offline, and it's not fun. So I don't do that as much anymore. And I also had one for World at War, playing zombies online, that had some mods that could do interesting, fun things. I don't do that as much anymore either, but I don't even know if that's still online. It should be, but anyways, back to Vigor. Modding, you shouldn't do it on here, right? The only modding I can support is if you modded and you got yourself some free cosmetics that you didn't want to pay for. I understand it. It can be a grind, and if you hacked in coins just to get cosmetics, I get it. But the sad part is it doesn't end at that. They're going to have, and people are going to dupe, and people are going to have endless amount of ammo, endless guns, so they can just go out there with the most OP stuff every game, and it's just, that's cheating, and it kind of ruins the spirit of the game. So I think this game is really ruined not only by the hackers, but certain glitches. Now, some glitches are fine, but some glitches are just next level, should not be in the game. So that's my basic thoughts on this game. Now, with all that being said, this still, I think, really is the best quote-unquote battle royale game that I've played. Okay, so many of the other ones are just so, I don't know the right word for it. They're just so fast-paced. This game you can play it slow or fast, which is nice. Other games kind of force you to go into that fast-paced nature. Or they force you to just completely camp, some of them. But Vigor has a good balance. And the maps are generally pretty good on this. The maps feel like they're real. They feel good. Okay? I can't say that about every map, but most of the maps are good. That's another thing. Now here's another thing. The scopes. Okay. Controversial opinion, but scopes in this game should not be on any guns but the snipers and single shot rifles, because when they're on full auto guns, they're just too OP, and people with modded controllers or using other mods can just have no recoil, and it's just not fair. And I don't think they should be on the game because you can't really take advantage of it if you're not cheating or if you're not just like mega sweaty. So there's that. Okay. So these, like I said, this is my basic thoughts video. I'm going to do more in-depth, like I'll do a video on top 5 this, top 5 that, I'll do videos like that after this, but this is just getting my basic thoughts, so you hear where I stand on the game, right? Now look, if you see on the screen right now, I'm camping. Now camping is fine, I get it, but it just depends, right? If you're cheating and you're camping, that's like next level, right? I'm very bad at this game, so sometimes I do camp. I don't always camp, but sometimes I do. And I don't do it anymore. This video is old. The only reason I don't camp anymore, really, is just because it does get boring sitting there. I'd rather die but be running around than just live there sitting. So a lot of these old clips I do camp, but I don't do that anymore. Unless, it's a specific situation and I have a point of power that's very contentious. Like here I'm camping the signal detector. So I do stuff like that, but I don't just like sit in a corner and hide all game. I camped tactfully, right? Another thing I don't really like is I have respect for the crate, okay? I have like this honor system with a crate, right? I have done it in the past, but I really, really don't like, what do you call it? Like, people who wait for someone else to get the crate and then they wait by the border and kill them. That is just like next level. That guy's dead. But that is next level. You should never do that. Very, very scummy. But yeah. By the way, I'm recording this on a new audio recording app, and it says I have to buy it after 3 uses. So I'm probably gonna just delete it after this use and get something else that's completely free. But for this, we'll see. I hope it comes out good. But yeah, that's one thing you shouldn't do. Just camping at exits is just not cool. Okay, just don't do that. Now, some things you hear me in this video I might repeat in a top 5 video, but I'll go into more depth on them. This is just my basic thoughts on the game, as I said. So, basic thoughts on the guns. So, basic thoughts on the guns is they're not well balanced at all. Okay, and the funny thing is, no matter how they patch this game, they never make an OP gun like worse, like not usable anymore. Maybe only like once or twice that's happened. But they've made guns that are actually slightly usable, that are cheap. They've made them unusable. Okay. So a quick example of that are like the double barrel shotguns. Used to, if you landed both shots, you got a kill.
Prepare to fight for the
If you
airdrop.
landed both shots, pretty much anywhere on the body, you got a kill back in the day, like with the silver pigeon and whatnot. But now those 2 shots better be very, very strategically placed to get the kill. Okay. And now that so many people have unlimited points and they're cheating, a lot of people have armor, so you gotta be careful on that. Unlimited armor points. And that's another thing. That's not like that. I'll talk about that another time. But yeah, I don't like I don't like it when devs try to just keep tweaking guns, making them better or worse, better or worse. Just make your guns, leave it, and if a certain gun is too OP, right? I believe in the thing of OP for all, and not nerf for all. Modern companies are nerf for all. They make good stuff worse and worse and worse. Where a long time ago, they made everything good, so no matter what you wanted to use, you did good, and that's the mentality we need to bring back, right? That's the OG Modern Warfare 2 mentality, where it didn't matter what gun you picked, okay? You were going to do good with it. Now, arguably, you could say the F2000, like the very last gun you unlocked was bad, but that's understandable because that was the very last thing you unlocked, so to use that meant you were good. Like, wow, you can actually use that gun and do good with it. An even more extreme example of that is the original Modern Warfare, not the original Modern Warfare 2, that had an STG-44, which had which you unlocked pretty high up into your ranking, which had no attachments, and arguably shot way too slow to be effective. And the recoil wasn't good for how slow it was. And the strength, really, it just wasn't good. But the fact, if you could use that gun and do good with it, wow, it was there just to have a bad gun to say, wow, you're so good, you can actually get kills with that. I'm impressed. And they smartly made it a high-level gun, right? And thinking back on Modern Warfare 2, in Modern Warfare, what are like default guns you would get back early in the game, right? You would get like M16s, M4s, AKs, right? Early in the game, usually, not every time, but usually you get those guns kind of early in the game. Or UMP 45 came in a default class. That's another thing. The default classes on Modern Warfare 2 were the best default classes I've ever seen of any game of Call of Duty. Okay, the default classes on the OG Modern Warfare 2, great classes. Okay, if you're editing your class and you didn't finish it or you messed up before the game started, you could just grab one of those defaults and you'd be fine. Okay. Look at that guy's mask, pretty cool. Now you see those guns on the screen, AKM. You can actually use those and do decent, but things like the machine and I don't know how to say it. They'll just blast people away, and they've nerf, and it doesn't do anything. What they really need to do is just boost every gun. Okay, just boost every gun, make it fun for everybody. Stop nerfing, and let's have fun with this thing. So yeah, that's why I like Modern Warfare 2. That's why I had so much fun with that game. Okay, I didn't even try really in school. I spent all my time in high school playing Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2, the original Black Ops, and the original Modern Warfare 3. Okay, I played the heck out of those games, and GTA 4 too. And even some Little Big Planet, the original. But I thought, everyone told me, hey, you're going to regret gaming so much and not, like, living your life at this time and focusing more on your career. Well, I don't regret it, because that was literally the height of gaming. Okay, you can say I'm a boomer, even though I'm not a boomer. You can call me a boomer all you want, but just... that was the perfect balance of we have great new games that are very high tech but still have soul, and the developers still care about their games. Okay, that was the height. Like the PS3 360 era, that was the height. People will say the PS2 regular Xbox era is the height, but it's not. The PS3 Xbox 360 era was the height of gaming, and the 2 generations before it were the lead up, and both of those were great as well. So that's something I will die on that hill. But another thing about Vigor is the lobby, like matchmaking. I want to talk about that real quick. Is I'm not sure if there's skill-based matchmaking or not. I'm not sure, but now hear me out on this. This is one of the few games, right? Most games I don't agree on skill-based matchmaking at all. Like, I think it's garbage. But this is one of the few that I do think it should be in there. But with some caveats, right? Here are the caveats. It shouldn't be based on how good you did the last game, which is lazy, okay? It should be based on your overall, like, kills per game, and overall just, like, how good you do, right? And how many kills total you have. Like, you could be like, whoa, you got like 3 kills last game, and you got well, you're a pro, and you did that 3 games in a row, but like the past few games were bad. You shouldn't be just thrown into the pros automatically like a lot of games will do, right? It should be over the lifetime of your career. You might have a few like great games. Wow, you killed everybody in the lobby, but in most games you get 1 kill and die. And you shouldn't be thrown in with the pros just for that game. Okay? It should also be based on your overall lifetime kills, but also not your average kills too. Because someone could play this game a lot and have like 1,000 kills, but like only get like 1 kill a game. And they shouldn't be thrown in someone who has 1,000 kills but gets like 6 kills a game, right? They shouldn't be thrown in the same lobby. So it's a very complex issue. So, oh wow, troll. Oh, I already had that one. Okay, so it's complicated. We wouldn't need just pro lobbies and noob lobbies. We need long-term players, but that aren't that good, and then long-term players that are really good. There's 4 servers, okay? Long-term players that aren't that good, long-term players that are very good. Long-term, I just mean based on kills. Players with a lot of kills, but that aren't that good is one lobby. Players with a lot of kills that are really good is one lobby. Players with only a few kills, but that are good is one lobby, and players with a few kills that are bad is one lobby. Those separate 4 lobbies would be great, but you could toggle a switch to say mix us all together if you want a mixed lobby, but you would have to enable that as a choice. So there we go, everyone's satisfied. Well, anyways, thank y'all for watching this first video. I'm glad to have y'all here. The future videos are going to be more, let's just say, specified. They're going to be more just sticking to one topic and explaining it, right? And we're going to try to do these in 15 minutes or less. And that's the goal. There's not really going to be many shorts on this channel. It's not going to be a short channel because I want to explain things to you, tell me my thoughts. It's originally going to be a comedic channel, but after all the original video clips are left, I'm not going to do that probably anymore. But I might throw some comedy in there later when it comes. So see you all. Thank you for watching this. And like and subscribe, please, and check out the rest of the videos.